and for inviting the Baha'i community to participate. And I want to use my time this afternoon to address just one of the spiritual principles that Baha'is believe will underpin what we're all working to achieve, which is a sustainable civilization. The common discussion of sustainability focuses on technical or lifestyle issues, things like environmental damage, the extravagant lifestyle that we live, all of which clarify what the things that we may want to do, but not why we would want to do them. We need to look past the material things to the spiritual. Can I have the next slide, please? The Baha'i writings say that as trustees or stewards of the planet's vast resources and biological diversity, humanity must learn to make use of the Earth's natural resources, both renewable and non-renewable, in a manner that ensures sustainability and equity into the distant reaches of time. Can I have the next slide? Conventional models of sustainability identify three elements, the human society, nature and the economy, as separate and equal, with sustainability being a small point of compromise between them. Can I have the next one? The Baha'i writings take a different view, saying that man is organic with the world. His inner life moulds the environment and is itself also deeply affected by it. Can I change this slide? So human society is interdependent with nature, relying on it for all its physical needs, and the economy is just a small part of that society. Thus the three are completely integrated, and sustainability can't be just a compromise, but must represent that integration. To understand this is to address the fundamental purpose of human existence. Next slide. The Baha'i writings say that all men have been created to carry forward an ever-advancing civilization. Now, history abounds with examples of the growth and collapse of civilizations, and that can hide the evidence of steady progress. But it does reveal an evolution towards tolerance, equity, justice, the values of a united human society. These civilizations have drawn their inspiration from religion, the Byzantine Empire from Christianity, the Ottoman Empire from Islam, and so on. And that shows that the evolution of values between these societies is divinely inspired. Religion is also at the centre of the current transition, and the core spiritual principle that will underpin a global solution to the climate crisis is world citizenship. Let's compare world citizenship with Australian citizenship. We see no contradiction between being a loyal Australian and a citizen of New South Wales. We're as concerned for a victim of the floods in North Queensland as we are for one in our own suburb. Equally, there should be no contradiction between being a loyal Australian and a citizen of the world. A disaster overseas is no less significant if no Australian is affected, and the global ecosystem is the responsibility of all humanity. Next slide, please. This ethic is best stated in the Baha'i writings. It is not for him to pride himself, who loveth his own country, but rather for him who loveth the whole world. The earth is but one country, and mankind its citizens. World citizenship, in a spiritual context rather than merely a political one, will result in global consensus, within which local action can be taken in the confidence that it is mirrored worldwide. Conventional discussions of sustainability speak only of material considerations in terms of patterns of resource use or the carrying capacity of natural systems and similar terms. Next slide. The Baha'i writings take a different view, saying that world citizenship is an ethical foundation for sustainable development, with the understanding that only a profound sense of responsibility for the well-being of humanity would mobilise civil society and governments to allocate resources needed to achieve sustainable development. This view focuses on the spiritual foundation of sustainability, recognising the interconnectedness of humanity and the world citizenship that will ensure that human progress is of benefit to all into the distant reaches of time. The indispensability of world citizenship to sustainability needs particularly to permeate into politics. And this focuses attention on the main impediment, can I have the next slide? The resistance of politicians and leaders of thought to sacrificing national prerogatives to achieve global cohesion. The Baha'i writings make this clear. There is, however, a paralysis of will rooted in a deep-seated conviction of the inevitable quarrelsomeness of mankind, which has led to the reluctance to entertain the possibility of subordinating national self-interest to the requirements of world order. This paralysis is perhaps best exemplified in an environmental sphere by the 2009 Copenhagen Climate Change Conference, where the ascendancy of narrow national interests prevented any meaningful outcome. But Baha'is believe that humans are not innately quarrelsome. There is much data to suggest that human societies rarely, if ever, truly human democratic societies rarely, if ever, fight wars against one another. In fact, democracies seldom even engage one another with threats of military violence, and when disputes do arise, they hardly ever result in military hostilities. Observers will also note that an accelerating trend to world order, from the profusion of international bodies such as the UNEP and the IPCC, the broadening recognition of the need for world authority, and the increasingly frequent reference to the Security Council to sanction military action. The need to pursue this trend is compelling. The IAF observes that the transition will be difficult and challenging. It threatens fundamental national interests, political and economic structures, agricultural and industrial systems, and our present use of space. With so many powerful and vested interests involved, the potential for conflict is considerable. History shows that all civilisations are inspired by religious principles, and the innovations driving the transition between civilisations are drawn from divine revelation. So it is with this emerging civilisation. And people of all faiths have a profound role, because the key religious principle that will drive this is the Golden Rule, which, in the words of Judaism, the oldest of all recognised religions, what is hateful to you, do not do to your fellow man. That is the entire law, all the rest is commentary. This principle is common to all religions, and is even recognised by many without religious affiliation. Religion can play a role in the development of a sustainable civilisation. The Baha'i writings state that religion is the chief instrument for the establishment of order in the world and tranquility among its peoples. Religions are above political chaos, with a long-term viewpoint and a focus on improving the human situation. This enables and in fact obliges religions to take a consistent and firm position promoting sustainability. It can also motivate its congregations to act and to overcome the apathy and complacency which results from so much of our media coverage. Religion is also uniquely placed to offer hope for the future, combating the hopelessness that sometimes overwhelms those of us working at the grassroots. So my talk this afternoon is a call for united action, for all of our religious communities to state firmly the need for humanity to look past petty national and other differences and embrace world citizenship as a refuge of a confused and increasingly desperate humanity, and as the only means of achieving a sustainable civilisation. I'd like to end with a vision of that future. Next slide, please. Again from the Baha'i writings. The Lord of all mankind has fashioned this human realm to be a Garden of Eden, an earthly paradise. If, as it must, it findeth the way to harmony and peace, to love and mutual trust, it will become a true abode of bliss, a place of manifold blessings and unending delights. This place will be built by all of humanity together. Perhaps we can, each of us, go away from here today with a renewed determination to play our role in that building. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Edwin, for those words to us, and for your reflections on world citizenship, and for the challenge and encouragement for us to engage together as we move forward.